a very special guest. Welcome back to the DIY Designer. My name's Orly Shani. This guy is Dan Kohler. Now, Dan is one of my most favorite people in the world, but he's also the worst. He'll ruin anything.
First of all, pets are unemployed animals. Why do you like them? Get a job. Get a job. Chickens have a job. They lay eggs. I don't need a pet that's just sort of farting around the house doing nothing. It's just emotional manipulation, and you're dumb. You're falling for it. It's not good writing. It's not good production work. They are tugging at your heartstrings, and you are a cheap buy. Oh, no, hugs are the worst!
So I'm just really excited to have Dan here. Basically, I had this idea. I found these sick studs when I was shopping downtown, and they come in all these really beautiful different colors, and they were metallic, and I figured, it's Pride. Now's a perfect time to make these really fun, cool rainbow things. We talked about last week that rainbow is a huge trend anyway, so even if you're not doing this to celebrate Pride, you can still wear it because it's still super in style. Dan, can you show the piece that I picked for you?
Of course I can.
Ta-da! It's just a regular button down. So think about your regular like chambray button down, your army jacket. I am doing this leather jacket, which BT dubs, I got on Craigslist for $29.
Not fair.
Can you believe it?
Sometimes I don't hate the future, and this is one of those moments.
It's really, really legit. I'm really excited.
You should be.
Oh.
Yeah.
Excuse him.
I mean, I don't show up to not excite.
Okay, materials. So here are my studs. You can see on the back, it's just a flat back. So you can either apply glue or hand sew them down. And it's all connected with this like really thin thread, so you can just cut them apart into whatever size you want. Now for my jacket, I decided I wanted to trim my collar, cover my epaulettes, trim both of my pockets, and then also cover this little mini pocket. Dan wanted to do sort of like a color block section all the way across, but then on the back, he wanted it to be like loose and fringy and not connected. So we measured that distance, and it looked like about 4 studs wide, allowed him to use all 5 colors, cover the entire panel, and have it really seamless. Once he cut each one in 4 pieces wide, it was time to just figure out sort of what tone of rainbow he wanted. You can pick any order. It does not have to be a traditional rainbow. The color that he picked looked absolutely gorgeous, but you do whatever you want. Now, he needed to angle the edges of his trim because the pocket on this particular button down is angled. If yours are straight, you don't have to worry about this, but you do want the studs to look like one big uniform piece, not like trim. So I would follow along the existing lines of your particular jacket. Now he's using the precision syringe with the quick grip and just kind of adding that glue to the back side of the first couple of studs. I recommend doing the first couple so that you can get a really nice clean line up until the edge of that trim. Then you can fold back and start adding kind of row by row. He did the first sort of like 10 studs on each color first, just so that he had a nice start and everything was connected and straight, and he knew exactly how it was going to kind of escalate as it went up and over his shoulder. While he was doing that, I was working on my epaulettes. So I just laid the studded trim on the epaulette, figured out exactly the edge I needed, and cut off the excess. I used that as a guide and then cut out my second one. Now, the first time around, I just added glue to the entire piece and laid the whole thing down. I come up with a much better way to apply the glue, which you'll see in just a minute. But basically, for now, I was just kind of smushing it down, making sure that it was really even, cutting off the 2 corners so that it followed along the natural shape of the epaulette. Now it was time for the collar. I decided on a 2 stud wide trim for everything else. So I just cut long 2 stud wide trim in every single color, and you can just work with the elements of your jacket. You can see there that I stopped just shy of my stud so you could actually see the stud. Now this is the best way to do it, you guys, hands down. You apply 2 super thin lines of the of the glue, and the actual studs and the thread that holds them together hides the line. It is so much cleaner, it is so much better. I was really feeling myself for my better idea. Now, once I did this, once I realized this technique, the whole thing moved so much faster. So when you're working around the pockets like this, you just wanna follow the natural shape and line of them. So I did my one long section, then I went in to do these little other sides so that it creates like a complete rectangle fully encasing the pocket. And again, applying that glue, I cannot tell you how much cleaner it made everything look. Well, Dan was done with one full side and he needed to actually cut the pink off because the collar was in the way of it extending over the shoulder. All the other colors were able to go up over the shoulder, but the pink got in the way. So he ends up with a really cool way of fixing that, and you'll see that later. We suggested adding another couple of inches of glue so that it not only ended right at his shoulder, but it actually went just a little bit over his shoulder and then was free and fringy. While he was doing that, I was finishing up my pockets. You can see on this one, I have enough room to go around the entire thing. So I did my two sides, my two longer sides, then I added my shorter sides. But on this one here, you can see it butts right up to that green one. So I just laid it, connected it, and didn't bother with the bottom either because that little belt would be in the way. Now, this was my very last part and I'm done. I just laid the pink trim onto the pocket, followed the existing line so that it would kind of flow in perfectly, and glued it down. Now, on the very first ones where I originally added the glue to the back, it was a mess. So I had a lot to clean up. So I went in there with some tweezers and I just pulled away any of the glue that was visible to make it look clean. I looked at everything else, and on the areas that I added the glue right to the jacket, there was nothing I needed to do. It looked perfect, it was clean, you can't see any glue, and it was being held down really strong. So this is the cool part that Dan did. He sort of created the illusion that it connects up over the shoulder by putting this double wide piece of pink in the back. It ended up being like a real standout and I think looked so cool. Another decision he made was to angle the ends of the studs so that it has this really beautiful, clean, crisp edge. And it almost made it look like wings or something. It was so neat. He originally thought he might leave that long piece straight, but he decided to angle it. You can see there. And the very last thing he had to do was just to separate each piece. All four pieces got separated so that they ended up hanging and dangling like fringe. When you guys see the way that this functions, you are going to die. It is so beautiful. It's so good.
I'm really happy with it. But it needs one final touch. My pin.
Your pin.
My pin. So Pride for me is all about visibility. Last year for Pride, I made this pin. I came up with a new symbol for myself that helped show sort of a queer love of the country. There's so many reasons to love it, and Pride is one of them for me because I can be visible here and I can have a job and I can be open in who I am. And I think there's a lot to be said about queer symbology with American symbology. So this has the pink triangle, which has for a long time been a symbol of the LGBTQ community, and then the stars and stripes for America, because I think this is a great place to be.
I love it so much. I love it so much. It's the perfect little topper for the end of this. Okay, now we get to do a fashion show. Fashion show, fashion show, fashion show at lunch.
What if our love is alive? What if our hearts still beat in time? Don't you just wanna find out? Come on, let's take that climb. We can fall in love, we can fall in love, we can fall in love again, again. We can fall in love, we can fall in love, we can fall in love again, again.
Dan, does it annoy you when straight
Yes.
people...
I mean, you could have just ended the sentence, does it annoy you? Yes.